This is Carl at National RV Toy, and I'm going to walk you through this 2021 XLR Micro Boost model 25 LR LE. So you've got scissor type stabilizers that take a 3/4 inch crank or 3/4 inch socket on a drill. You got a power awning with LED strip, outside speakers. You've got power and TV signal out, and then a bracket to hang a TV on out here. You can adjust the length of the legs of your stairs just by pushing this piece right there, pushing it in, and sliding the legs up and down accordingly. Keep in mind that you have a quick connect LP fitting right here. That's if you want to use a grill or a griddle. As long as it's a low pressure appliance designed for a trailer, that's all that matters. Okay, you have this is your hitch here. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you pick it up. That of course is your dump hose right there. You have a power tongue jack, and the power tongue jack has you can pull this cap off, and if it happens to fail you can crank it manually by using this small crank right here. That's your large crank for the stabilizers. Okay. You've got two LP tanks. They're full. You've got a deep cycle marine battery and a kill switch for it, so you can shut it off when you put it into storage. All other times leave it on, of course. These are your dump valves here. Of course, you got the black valve for the black tank, which is toilet water and waste. Then you have the gray for the gray tank, which is sink and shower water. Always dump the gray or the black first, then you dump the gray because the black is the dirtiest of water. So the gray will clean it out a bit. And then you can leave your black valve open. You can come all the way over to here and hook your hose at your dump station right here to the black tank flush. Turn it on and spray out the inside of your tank. It cleans it out really well. Like it says here, make sure the black tank valve is open when you turn it on, okay? Also, you got your city water connection here, which is the most common way to get water to the trailer. Just turn it on, you're all set. You also can fill your fresh water tank here if you're going to a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsites. So you can pre-fill that tank and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. Alright, this is a sprayer port up front in this compartment. There's see the black coiled sprayer there. That's a adapter to adapt your 30 amp cord down to a 15/20. That's where your cord plugs into right there. Not your cord, but your sprayer. Okay. All right. So this is your water heater. The thing to remember about this is the switch to running on gas is inside, but if you want to light it on electric, this toggle switch right here, or this rocker switch, I should say, right here, controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover here. So to turn that on and off, you got to flip that switch. Never turn it on without water in the tank. That's dry firing and it will damage it in a minute or so. So just make sure you always have water in the tank before you turn it on. This is your drain right here. It takes an 1 6-point socket, and there's an anode rod attached to it also. So I'll show you the rest of the switch when we get inside, okay? Alright, this is your power cord, of course, 30 feet long and 30 amp. Your doors. Now we're not gonna do the garage door. We're not gonna do the garage door during this video. We're gonna show you that when you come here. We'll show you how this works and also your hitch, okay? Also, you see at the top here, this means it's pre-wired. That housing tells us this is pre-wired for a backup camera, which we do carry if you're interested. Also, while we're looking up, you have to inspect the roof every 90 days or so. So send somebody up there, once in the spring, once in the middle of summer, once in the fall. You want to look at all the sealant down the roof, make sure there's no cracking or no separation. Okay, make sure that there's no damage to the roofing material or any of the attachments on the roof, the vent covers, that sort of thing. Just give it a good inspection. If you see anything, make sure you get it taken care of immediately, okay? So let's go inside here. Okay. So, you have a fireplace to start off with. Now, you can't run the fireplace and the air conditioner at the same time, so you have to select one or the other. So I'm selecting fireplace. This is your remote here. So there it is on. You can see it the way the light is.
Sir, it'll be just a couple minutes.
If you look at this right here, that's off, that's low, that's high. So that's your fan speed. You could also set the appearance of the flame. It also has a timer on it, so you can turn it on to, you can set it to turn on 20 minutes before you get out of bed in the morning, that sort of thing. All right. Okay, this is, let me shut that off. It's going to be hot in a second here. Okay, you also have this remote control, which is for your radio. Now the radio, you can stream off this USB. You can also hook up wirelessly with Bluetooth. You can, so you can stream from your phone or tablet. You have an AM/FM radio. 2 speaker zones. Zone 1 and Zone 2. 1 is inside the trailer. 2 is outside the trailer. Also, this is an HDMI in here. So if you need to go into the system with let's say a portable Blu-ray player, or maybe a game machine for kids on the weekend, or I'm sorry, kids on a rainy weekend. I'm sorry. Most people don't like to have those things with them when they camp, but that's an option anyway. Now you can see you can turn this green light on and off. That green means it's on. This is a signal booster for the digital antenna, so if you're using over-the-air antenna for your TV, you want that on. Okay. Alright. Also, this is your switch for your power awning. Never leave the power awning unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, make sure you roll it in. Okay. Alright, so this is your power converter right here. This basically, it converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you got regular 110 AC circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here, 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled. If any of the fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up and you can see them through this tinted plastic here. Also keep in mind this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it'll keep your battery charged. Now this is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. It should always be green, like it is. Now, it'll beep if it detects LP gas, it'll beep if it detects carbon monoxide buildup, and if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. So let me set it off so you can hear the test. LP, now carbon monoxide coming up, and beeping slowly for low battery alarm. And then back to green. So it should always be green. If it goes off, obviously you take everybody outside. Leave the door open, shut the gas off, figure out what's going on. Okay, now your furnace and your air conditioner and your fan are right here. So this is the mode button, so you hit that, light it up, and then you can go through the different fan speeds and the air conditioning speeds, cool, high, low, auto. Always try to run it on auto. Then you go back to heat and then off. So when they talk about the fan, they're just talking about the air conditioner running without the compressor, so it just circulates air, okay? Microwave works like any other microwave. Your range hood vent with a fan and a light. Your range itself, this is the sparker right here, so you turn it right to spark it. Then you got the 3 burner knobs, of course, then this is the oven knob here. So, you just light it like so, just by turning that clockwise, okay? Now the oven is a little different. All the way to the back here is a pilot light on the bottom all the way to the back. So I can spark it. You should be able to see it anyway. Not always, but usually. What you do is you take your oven knob, you go to the picture of the flame, which means pilot. You depress it and keep it depressed during the lighting procedure. Then you're going to start sparking this by turning it clockwise until you see it light down here. Once the light's down there, you're still holding this in. You hold it for another 10 seconds or so, and you go to operating temperature, whichever you want. But remember, when you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. So, of course, this is your bunk door, and your fencing. We'll show you how that goes when you pick up. And, of course, your table and your seats can flip up and fold over and fold out of the way. It can turn it into another big bed also. So It has different positions. Let me look around here. Okay, these are your control panel. So your water heater on gas is just like that. I remember I showed you to light it on electric. There's a switch in the lower left-hand corner. You turn your water pump on, you go like that. That's for pumping water out of the tank. You also use that for winterizing the trailer. And then you can check your levels. Battery's charged, fresh water is empty, black tank is empty, gray tank is empty. Oops, as it fills, they light up in 1/3 increments. So once you get past 2/3 with your black and gray, you know you should probably start thinking about dumping it. All right, let's see what else we've got here. We go this way. So the sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. Okay. The toilet, if you haven't owned an RV before, I don't know if you have or not, but you can't use it dry. By dry, we're referring to the black tank, which is directly below, right? So if your black tank has been dumped and it's empty, you pull into the campsite, of course, you hook up your power and your water. Then you come in here with your chemical in one hand, you step on the pedal, the water comes swirling out, you put about a gallon or so of water in the tank, and dump your chemical in, and you're all set to use it. The thing is, you can't use it dry because the smell will be really bad and it can get clogged up and that sort of thing. So let's say you were going to stay another week at the campsite, but you had to flush your black tank, or dump your black tank, I'm sorry. So you dump it, and then you come back in here and repeat the procedure. You put the chemical in and about a gallon or so of water. No way to tell exactly what that is, you just use common sense. And you're all set. Just don't use it dry. Also, while we're staying here, you always want to run the roof vent with the shower. You want to pull the humidity out of the trailer so it doesn't create a climate where, you know, mold or mildew could grow. So definitely exhausting. Now this is your escape window here. I'll just show you how it works. They're all pretty much the same, but okay, you're going to push this all the way through, and I mean all the way through, right? Then you'll grab this tab here, this red tab, and pull the screen out, and then you can exit that way out of the window. You can always use it also use it just for ventilation too if you choose to. Okay. One last thing, you have a TV backer, and then you got signal and power to hang a TV bracket up here in the bedroom. Your bed obviously pulls up, and you can store some things underneath it. It's got like a foot locker, sorta. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we have here. If I forgot anything. Okay. Let me look around. I think we're in pretty good shape, though. Okay. All right. So first of all, thanks for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And second of all, please remember what I told you about inspecting the roof. Make sure you check all the sealant on a regular basis. And if you see anything that needs to be touched up, it could be years from now before you need to touch it up, but you just don't know. That's why you inspect it, okay? So make sure you inspect it regularly, and if you see any issues, take care of it immediately, okay? Thank you.